All right, back here in study ball, tape 2 of Will Levis. We saw some of the good things, the big arm, the athleticism in the first tape. Now we're going to take a look at some of those inaccuracies, some of those inconsistencies that I talked about within the course of the exact same game. And that to me is what's so important, is I want to see in the course of a game how consistent you play the game. Not taking 3 highlights from each game that you played all year, because we could do that with all of these good quarterbacks that have a chance to play in the NFL. I want to see in the course of a game, can you hold your consistency? Can you make good decisions? Can you learn from your mistakes, things that you didn't do well earlier in the game? You come back to it later in the game. Can you do those things better the second time through? And to me, issues with Will Levis, recognizing things, especially quickly with pressure, and then his accuracy, his physical technique throwing the football kind of gets him off a little bit, and we'll take a look at that on the tape. All right, with that, I had to look in this same game and see some of the things that I didn't like so much. Okay, so a lot of times I'm watching his eyes. Okay, so here we've got 2 high safeties and we've got all go here. So normally what you're going to do is you're going to pick a side. You're going to pick a safety. You're going to read that safety. If the safety goes outside, you throw it inside. If safety goes inside, you throw it outside. All good. Right here, Will's looking over this direction. So I'm not really sure why he's looking over this direction. Then he's going to come back and he's going to throw the ball all the way outside to the other side. I want to see him lined up. I don't know why we're looking that way and have our shoulders that way and then coming back. I'd rather see him just come right over here. That guy's not a factor. We don't need to worry about him. Come right over here, read this safety, be set so you can rip this football and make a good throw. Here, leaves the ball short. And again, it's hard because his feet are lined up the other direction. Then he's got to come all the way back to the outside. Throws an interception right there. But feet and eyes are so important playing the game. Okay, so here we go. We're going to fake the toss, feet and eyes. Okay, so you're going to see this quite often, is that when he throws it, there'll be times where he closes off kind of his left shoulder. And so he throws across his body a little bit. So easy completion right here on the little stop route. And you see he misses badly. Feet aren't lined up, he tries to fight his body a little bit. And that's something that I saw technique-wise that showed up in all the tape that I watched. So you're going to see accuracy issues at times because of that technique. Here's another one. Okay, we got the little stick concept. Okay, he's got the stick right here. Aimed outside, closed off, tries to whip the ball, and he misses by 5 yards right here. And so these are the things to me that I'm a little bit worried about. He plays the part, he can make some beautiful throws, he's got the big body, but I want to see the consistency with him throwing the football, and I don't always see that. Okay, here's another one. Okay, kind of feet. One time he's kind of bouncing all over and trying to throw across his body, misses bad. Okay, don't mind the decision, pressure. We're here, we got the in, okay, but just stand in there, throw it on time. Instead, he's kind of bouncing and trying to throw on the move, misses bad behind his receiver once again. Okay, I know these are little things that people don't pay attention to, but I pay attention to how quarterbacks play athletically. And that doesn't mean how fast they run or how far they throw, but just when their body's in different positions, kind of like that last throw when he's falling away a little bit, what's his accuracy like? What's his touch like? Here's one, he's just throwing a screen, like wide open screen guy. Find a way, you got to find a way to get the ball on him. And I see him do this a number of times where he doesn't play great athletically with body control as he's throwing some of these easier touch throws, and he makes it really hard on his receiver right there when they got a chance for a big play. If he can just set it on him, and he makes it harder than it has to be. And I know that's a little thing, but I watch good quarterbacks, and good quarterbacks have the ability to make throws different ways, to avoid rushers, to have touch, to make the ball firm when they need to, even when they don't have their feet with them. So that's an important thing for me. Okay, here's another one. Okay, so again, like you just see technique, flipping the ball, trying to aim the ball, and missing badly at times in a situation, 2-point conversion. Just got to put it on your guy. Got to give him a chance, and we're throwing it out onto the white stripe. Okay, so here's another one, athletically, right? A little fake that way, a little fake back this way, and we're throwing the tight end screen. Got to find a way to make it happen. Too high, off his fingertips. And I see too many of these when he's trying to do these athletic things that I want to see him be able to control his body and the ball a little bit better. Okay, here's another one. Pressure, I know, not easy. Not easy. Guy coming in your face. We got a quick throw right here. Got to be able to make these. Got to be able to hit the hots with pressure. You see the technique, right? See it? His feet, his arms kind of out of whack, all off. Throwing the ball back behind a guy is an easy completion right there. Great opportunity for a first down. Stand in there and deliver this on the money. Another missed throw right there. Okay, so recognition. Recognition is another thing, okay? So you see it as they're motioning here. See this guy start to come off the edge. Got a quick little bubble throw right here, but you're in a hot situation right here. Recognition, got to see it, okay? Can't sit back here and wait for these guys to come open when we got a guy coming free off that edge. I don't know if he expected somebody else to go get him. I don't know who was supposed to go get him in this particular case. He expected that tackle because it does look these guys push over here with this backer. Maybe he expected that guy to go get him, but still got to be aware of that stuff. I want to see him get the ball out of his hands, recognize that guy's coming free, okay? Even if it's throwing it over here. Get the ball out of your hands. Be ready. Understand the pressure's coming. Get the ball out of your hands. Get a completion in that situation because you got some underneath guys that are open. Okay, got the pressure again, and see the pressure coming, right? You see them all coming inside. Okay, we got a throw right here. This one's going to obviously be a lot harder. Recognize the pressure. Understand when it's coming. Understand where your quick throws are right there. Get the ball out there. Make the easy plays against pressure. Have a plan instead of just turning and throwing it away. All right, so there's our overall look at Will Levis. A lot of things to like. We always talk about the upside when you've got the big body, the athleticism, things that you really like that you can't necessarily teach. But then when it comes to the things that you can teach, technique and recognizing things and being able to get the ball out of your hands, I have him a little bit lower in those regards. And so I think it's going to take some work for him to become more consistent as a passer. And with that inconsistencies throwing the football, where does that put him? Where does he fall? Do people fall in love with the athleticism, the big body, playing the part? Or do they look at the tape and say, hey, there just wasn't enough production for me to go grab him really high in this draft? That's what's fun about this process, is because different guys, different teams see it different ways. And somebody can fall in love with a guy like this, right? I think his comp in a lot of situations is Josh Allen. Josh Allen came out, wasn't the most productive, had some issues technique-wise and accuracy-wise. Boom, we've seen Josh, to me, make a jump that I've seen very rarely in the National Football League, is guys that have a lot of those deficiencies and are inaccurate in college, making that jump to be much more accurate at the NFL level. So I believe whoever goes and gets Will Levis is kind of going to look at it from that standpoint. Hey, they did it with Josh Allen. This guy's got the same build, the same makeup, the same attributes physically, that if we can just get an uptick in his accuracy and in his technique, which we think we can do, because you can see some of the deficiencies there, then maybe we've got a really special player like Josh Allen.